Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alexandra. I am a professional fashion designer, pattern cutter, and creative consultant, and I am here to help you feel great in the clothes you create. I do this by teaching my entire Create, Cut, Construct framework cycle, which explores fashion design, pattern cutting, and construction skills. In today's video, I'm just going to jump right into it. In today's video, I'm going to talk you through 4 varieties of, well, 3.5, because I don't actually have the 4th in my stash, varieties of boning, because over in the DPL Atelier, which is my fashion membership, my members and I have been exploring our very own occasion wear dress designs, and as part of this learning, I have been sharing an introduction to corsets season, theme, what's the word? Routine, series. I have been sharing an introduction to corset series through weekly workshops. So at the time of filming and posting this, we will have just finished an introduction to corset construction, say that 5 times fast, it rhymes, workshop, which explores how to insert boning in a variety of ways. And so I just thought I would give you a little taster of that by talking you through the boning materials available, why and when you use them, and they absolutely do not have to be applied just to corsets. You can apply it to any garment that requires structure. And so let's jump into it. This is a little snippet from that workshop, and if you would like to find out more, then come and join us inside the DPL Atelier. Now, before we get started, there are a variety of boning materials you can use. I've got a few examples here, but you can get something also called, I think it's white steel boning. It's very similar to this plastic boning here, but of course it's just metal, it's white steel, and they all serve a different purpose. So what you want to be doing is analysing what project you are going to be applying the boning to and which boning material would be best suited. So let's jump in to what we've got here. So first up is a little bit of Rideline here. This is polyester. You can sew through it. It's plastic. I've got a big old clump of it tied up with a bit of elastic there, just kept in my notions box. But what this tends to do, you can press it with an iron. However, it does tend to have a very distinct curve, and so whichever garment you're putting it into, you do want to make sure that this curve that the Rideline boning goes, the direction that goes in, complements your chosen garment. So whilst you can press it at an iron, it does have a very distinct curve, so bear that in mind. For the edges, you might want to snip them and clip the corners just to soften that. We can have a look at folding a bit of fabric over it so that softens it so it doesn't poke the wearer or end user. And the good thing about Rideline, even though it is a polyester and plastic composition, you can sew through it. So this is another really strong pro, I guess, to using Rideline boning. And of course, as you can imagine, being polyester, it's very accessible, it's very cheap, it's very easy to find on the market. It comes in a variety of widths. I have a whole roll of it here, so you can cut it to whatever desired length. You should be able to find it. It also comes in a variety of colours, so you can have this in black as well, depending on your chosen final textile. But what I will say is it cannot be sewn on curved seams. So it's very rigid, almost in one direction only. So this is just thought and consideration that you're going to have to give to this type of boning. Next up, we have got simple plastic boning. Now these have come in fixed lengths, but of course you can find them in a variety of lengths as well. The edge of this boning is actually curved already, so that's already got quite a soft finish. But if you needed to cut this to length, or you had a longer piece that you needed to trim down, then you can absolutely just use a nail file or something similar to file the edges round. When we're inserting something that is structured and stiff into a garment, it's really important that we make sure it's not going to prod and poke the wearer at the end. You want yourself, your client, your grandmother, whoever you're creating this garment for, to always feel comfortable. So whilst they provide structure and they help support a garment, we don't want them to restrict the user or cause discomfort. So plastic boning, again, it comes in a variety of widths, though it does usually come on the narrower side. About 0.5 centimetre wide, 6 millimetres wide, something like that. Also can't be sewn into curved channels. So again, this doesn't really bend one way or another. So it's just straight seams that you need to apply this to. but it is extremely durable and highly resistant to washing or any other fluids. And as you can see, it's super, super flexible as well. A negative to this could be that it can buckle or twist within casing if you do come to construct it and insert it into a casing technique, which we'll be covering in this video. But you can absolutely machine or hand wash this. So plastic boning, really, really good. I forgot to say with the Rideline, you can dry clean or hand wash the Rideline. I wouldn't advise putting Rideline boning into a sewing machine. And then finally, what I've got here is spiral steel boning. Now, unlike the other two, you're going to see here that this absolutely can be sewn into curved channels. It's very soft and flexible though. So in terms of structure, this doesn't necessarily have the strength that white steel boning or plastic boning might provide you. But it's very comfortable. It's often used in lingerie or garments like this. And it comes in a variety of lengths, or you can buy it on the roll, and you can actually get these little cap ends to go with it. So you really do have a lot of customization here. You can cut that with a pair of pliers. It's super sturdy, it's flexible. It really is very comfortable for the wearer. But the flex in two directions might not actually be appropriate for all applications. So just give that some thought. And again, I wouldn't advise running this through your washing machine. So when you are incorporating boning and trims and anything like that, any hardware into a garment, do give thought to the garment's aftercare and the life cycle when it comes to actually washing and caring for your pieces. So these are the three we're going to be playing around with today. I'm going to be showing you a variety of ways to insert boning. And then when it comes to constructing a corset, you literally just sew up the seams and insert your boning to give it that structure. So let's jump into it. So there we have it, brief and beautiful. I really hope that that shed a little bit of light on some notions you may wish to be adding to your sewing kit. And of course, if you want to explore a variety of techniques on how to insert those into your fashion projects, then come on over to the DPL Atelier and see what it's all about. Come and join us, peek behind the doors, let me give you a warm welcome. But for now, stay safe, keep creative, and I will catch you on the flip side.